Hi, beautiful souls. I have been looking at the ways that I create and the way that I live my life. And as somebody that has always been very much a very powerful creator, I realize that there have been moments when I have internalized that power and it's worked against me. This is something that everybody should be aware of, is that the more creative force you have within inside you, if you don't actually use that creativity, you will be literally putting it back into your body, and there will be having some interest for you to then clear out. Months ago, YouTube removed one of my videos, and I wasn't actually sure which video it was until recently, because I've been clearing out videos one by one each day from the old ones. And it was a healing to well-being journey. They had deemed that this was not part of their not part of what they want to show on their channel, and for some reason they took umbrage to it. I'm not even sure if they listened to it, but they decided to delete it. And recently I have been going through some interest again, and it's very easy to dip back into old paradigm ways of seeing the world and addressing the world. So what I wish to share is that as creative beings that we each are, be very careful about what you're creating if you're also considering yourself to be actively healing. Because, and I've said this God knows how many times, if you're healing, you are always going to be healing. You will never be in a place of peace, because you'll always feel that there's something else that needs your attention, something else that needs your attention, and you're constantly clearing. And this is, of course, a belief system. You don't have to hold that belief system. You can let that belief system dissolve in love and go, you know what, I don't constantly have to be doing inner work or doing some form of works in order to move forwards with ease and grace in life, whether that's clearing your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, or whatever else, or even past lifetimes or ancestral lines. You don't have to be doing that all the time. All you have to do is just put it all down and say, I am done with this. No more of this. Instead, I choose to powerfully create. And when I say powerfully create, I mean really open yourself up, like more than you've ever opened yourself up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. We all know what stretch means, yeah? We all know what it means to take a piece of chewing gum, chew it, and stretch it out. It can go much further. So really, really stretch to the maximum that you possibly can, because when we stretch, we go beyond our perimeters, that what we have been living within, and we start to see a completely different perspective and viewpoint on how life is. We see ourselves through fresh eyes and through an expansive space of love. There's literally no point repeating what you've always done. There's literally no point in repeating something just a little bit better than what you've almost always done. And there's no point even just going a little bit further than that and doing something just that little bit extra. You have got to become a new being, and you've got to completely reinvent the person that you are if you want to create greatness and wonderment in this now lifetime. Most people stay safe within a comfort zone, and a comfort zone just isn't one perimeter. A comfort zone has different fields around it. When somebody feels stretched, they're still probably within their comfort zone. And then if they feel even more stretched, they're probably still within their comfort zones. They're probably within the fields within their comfort zones, but they haven't properly stretched way beyond that. When you stretch way beyond that, it's a very different feeling. It's like when you're swimming in the sea and you stay close to the shore, and then maybe you go a few feet further out and you go, oh, wow, God, that's out of my comfort zone. And then you go a few more feet out and you go, wow, I'm really out of my comfort zone now. And you go a few more feet out and you go, wow, 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 I'm really, really out of my comfort zone. but actually you're just within the realms of your comfort zone. You're still within those fields. Whereas if you take you out into a boat, put you in the middle of the ocean and say, okay, now swim, you will be really out of your comfort zone. And at first it will feel uncomfortable, like, oh, I'm not sure, how deep is it here? Well, you know you can swim. Why are you worried about how deep it is? You know you can swim. Swim. Get out, swim. Are you going to stay here? Well, yeah, I'll be in the boat, but I'm not going to be right next door to you. Go on, move. And then you swim. And at first it feels like, oh, what else is in the water with me? Well, anything that was in the water with you beside the shore as well. Did you have a problem with it then? Oh, but I could get to the shore. Anything in the water is going to outswim you. But you don't think like that, or at least you shouldn't be thinking like that if you've got your heart open. So put yourself in a position where you're very stretched. Put yourself in those positions when you take yourself far away from everything that you used to be. Really stretch the perimeters. Really move beyond everything that you are, because that's where you start to create with a very different sense of wonderment. And don't overanalyze things. Don't give things time frames where I need to be doing this by this date, and I need to be doing that, and this has got to happen by then, and blah, 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 blah. Go, look, this is what I'm creating, this or something even better. And be really creative, like really creative. Over years, when I used to do a lot of coaching, a lot of coaching, it's amazing how most people's dreams were really quite boring. Really boring, in fact. I've listened to a lot of boring dreams. And but those were people's dreams. And I said, is there nothing else that you would like? No, I just want to get married and have children and, you know, have a nice house and go on holidays. You know, they just wanted to settle for what was considered the norm. Well, if that's what they want, that's fine. You know, I'm not denying anybody their dream if that's their dream. Wish for their dreams to come true. But I don't find that that's really the truth of the person. I think that's the truth of the environment as it is right now. It's a distorted environment that people should go to school, get educated to a certain level, which, let's face it, schools aren't really that great. And then all they want to do is raise children. And then children go to schools and nobody's sort of really living life, helping forwards movement here on this planet of more forward thinking, because limited people don't go out there and deliberately choose to be inquisitive about life. They stay within a very, very small perimeter of their comfort zone. No judgment, but hey, there's so much more that we can actually bring forwards for the collective to tap into and go, hey, I hadn't thought of this. Didn't know that this was an option, but we're making the options. And the energy is supporting us so greatly right now to bring forth these higher options and these wonderful possibilities and potentials and everything else on this beautiful planet that we call home right now. So why wouldn't we want to tap into them? Why wouldn't we want to bring them forward? Why wouldn't we want to birth them and create them? And we create from a field. We create from an infinite field. And meditation is a beautiful pathway to access that field of abundance and wonderment and joy and peace and love and unity and healing. Just let go of it, put it down. Don't waste your energy there. Don't be wasting your energy on things that aren't actually going to support you where you're going. And that includes the people, the things, and everything else. The watching of the television shows, the looking at celebrities as if they're something unusual or different to you. And they're just people. They're just people. But what are you wanting to do? What are you wanting to create? And you might start with something small, and then go, right, what can I take it to how can I take that to the next level? What would be my next step to really make that magical? Because when we are living creatively, when we're using our imagination, when we're open and expansive and stretched in a way that feels really good, because hey, I think everybody's experienced yoga at some point or Pilates, and we've had that really good stretch and we feel, oh, that was nice. Well, that's the same when you're stretching, living from a place of dynamic expression. Don't keep yourself small. Don't keep yourself like a tight ball of closely knit rubber bands. Stretch it right out and live your best life and stop all of the healing, because it's just exhausting and it doesn't serve anything. Because you're putting your attention there, you're just going to create more of it. Whereas you could be creating more of something really magnificent. I send you love. My name is ZsaZsa. And as you can see, the end of a cycle here in the field. The crop has been harvested, and now the straw remains to be baled. And it's a beautiful day. Peace, love, and joy to you all. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share if you feel called to do so.